Well, the Warriors lead the league, Steiny, in second chance points. They ain't hitting it, but they're second chance points. I understand everything he says. And what's more demoralizing? When you know you don't have bigs, and when it bites you in the ass, it's not like, oh, you're scratching your head as to, oh, man, what ails us? You're going to, when you come up against a team that's good and has active bigs like Cleveland and Minnesota, you're going to feel that. And guess what? The Lakers got trees. They sent you packing last year. Denver has trees. Mm-hmm. They just beat you. Sacramento came in here without their best player and should have won the game. They didn't. I just don't know when enough's enough, Matt.
And what does that mean?
I would pick up the phone to see what I could do to kind of bolster my offense and get younger, more explosive. Zach LaVine does that, but okay, let's say that doesn't happen. All right, I get you. What is the ceiling for this team as currently constructed?
See, here's where I would somewhat disagree with you. And it's like I'm not saying, like, I do think scoring is something that at times is going to be an issue.
All right.
But at times they're going to have plenty of scoring. Defensively, I see a problem every single night. That's what I'm worried about. They can't keep guys in front. They just can't. And guys, and let me tell you the other thing is, it's like they got a target on their backs. They are getting attacked by young players on the perimeter driving to the basket. And I think that's just part of the book now on the Warriors. Look, that's the book on the Warriors right now. They struggle to guard on the perimeter, and they have no shot blockers. None. So that's why I think I'm less concerned with the scoring, even though I'm not saying it's not a problem at all. But I think defensively is where.
Do you think Jackson, and that's why I'm not telling you he should play 40 minutes a game, but Jackson Davis is active. He can jump. He can alter shots. Wouldn't that give you more? Wouldn't you be incentivized to kind of give him more minutes, Steiny? Just because they are getting beat at the point of attack.
I don't know. I mean, like, honestly, I think if we're talking about the rookies, I don't know that that's much of a solution. It might help for a couple games. Matt's in Oakland. He wants to talk to you, Goo.
Okay.
Hey, Matt. How you doing, Matty?
Hi, I'm good, fellas.
Yeah.
Thank God Mike Dunleavy's the GM and not you guys. No offense. Hard no on Zach LaVine. They absolutely do not need another lone wolf who shoots too much. He's got hops, yeah. Whatever. Well, good that Curry's out now. Let's see what's happening. But, I mean, my opinion about their ceiling was to get to the Western Conference Finals and lose to Denver,
okay,
which I still think is possible. And I am really curious about what the future is going to look like. I'm not, they can probably get Clay for cheap, but what is Latham going to do? Because this is it. You're right. They're not getting younger. They don't really have that sort of long dynamic player that everybody else seems to have. Minnesota looks ferocious. Cleveland looks better.
Mm-hmm.
Denver. See, I think these experiments like the Suns and the Clippers, that stuff's going to fall flat on its face. I don't fear either one of those teams because they're old and there's only one ball.
Right.
But it's the guys like the Thunder, even Houston for that matter, Minnesota, people who are long and fast and just seems like it's a different era now. And I'm wondering, what the heck are they going to do to get back to championship level? Curry's probably got another 2-3 good years, but I don't know about anybody else.
That's real, man.
We're going to find out some stuff tonight, though. And I play the
what's your number one thing for tonight? Like when you say that, what's glaring at you?
Well, it's a make or miss league, man. They got to make some shots for crying out loud. They could have won several of these games if the ball just went in. I think Steiny's right. The defense is an issue, but they have the shots. They're just not going down. So for tonight, I just want to see an all-around high-energy performance. Even if they lose late, can't have a blowout, man. They got to take these guys. I don't think necessarily that they're going to lose. It is like it's like doubleheaders in baseball. Nobody wins double. I mean, nobody.
But you're playing without your best player.
Sometimes
and everybody else is in a slump.
Maybe that's how they get out of it.
Like Minnesota would have to do what you thought Jacksonville, or you were saying Jacksonville did going into that Niner game, kind of feeling themselves. And the only reason I say that is Minnesota beat you. But you're telling me now this team that can't hit the side of the barn, guys not named Steph's not there, this would be the ultimate step up. Now Clay's going to get 20 shots, you would think. So hopefully he can do that. Now this is when Jordan Poole, when you had him, I'm just saying, hey, Jordan, Steph's out. Can you get us 25 or 30? This is when I don't know if that guy's on the team tonight. And maybe you do it by community. But, boy, to fill 31 points tonight is going to be huge against an athletic, younger Minnesota team with two trees in there.
Let's go to, I think we got Rich in Oakland. From that go. Hey, Rich.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Steiny Guru?
Hey.
No. Actually, this is Atco Pest Control from the YouTube chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm calling because they should have absolutely kept Poole, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm not laughing. But they couldn't. We know why they couldn't. We get it.
But this is my thing. That like I have a problem with them trading for a 40-year-old guard. Why didn't they get KP from the Wizards? They could have got KP. Boston gave up Danilo Gallinari and a bunch of scrubs to get KP. Thanks, guys.
I'll let you handle that because I'm just watching Boston.
Well, don't forget. One of the reasons they got rid of Jordan Poole was because they couldn't afford him. Like, let's not. Like, I'm just saying, if you want to talk Porzingis, keep in mind that the Warriors made the Chris Paul trade to save over $100 million in future money. So Porzingis, I don't know what his contract is right now. It's monstrous. Let's go to Gary. Gary's in Walnut Creek.
Dub C.
What's up, Gary? How you doing, man?
How you guys doing?
Doing well.
I love it. Hey, I'm with the other caller. I don't know if getting Chris Paul was the right move. I understand we had to get rid of Jordan Poole, but every team Chris Paul goes to, this is the honeymoon stage. Everyone loves him. Oh, no turnovers, the second unit. Guys, he's going to break down, and we're going to be in the same position we were last year without a ball handler in the second unit. Here we go again.
Thanks, Gary.
Well, last year we led the league in turnovers. Chris Paul has already shut that down. So we're handling the rock. He's not injured yet. So is he shooting the ball best right now? No, but he's bringing something else to the table. So I'm not out on the CP3 trade. And the reason I'm not, Steiny, is I thought Wiggins and Clay, because those are my top two. And that's why you're laughing at me when I say I didn't think Dre was going to average 10. But the fact that you're getting some from him point production-wise, it's Clay and Wiggins. This team is not built for those two to continue to do what they're doing. So if this is just a spell and it will subside, okay, we're good. But right now, if it doesn't, Steiny, they're doomed.
Yeah, I mean, like the other thing that's probably going to happen is, Wiggins and Clay will start playing better.
Yeah.
And then they'll start playing a little worse, and then they'll start playing a little better, and then they'll start playing worse because that's usually the way it goes.
You know why I'm discouraged? Because you said something defensively. If you're coming in here to San Francisco to play the Warriors, defensively, who scares you? I got my answer.
What do you mean?
And Dre, this is no shade at you. Who on the Warriors defensively, I'm not scared. I'm going at them. Like Anthony Edwards dunked the other night. Like I fear that's going to happen more tonight.
Okay.
Nobody scares me. On the Warriors.
You're going to be positive. Come on. We can do it.
All right, give me more TJ Jackson Davis. I want to see more of him. This was before the 3-game losing streak. We're talking about Moody starting, Kuminga. I mean, there's always risk involved. And what if you start Kuminga 5 or 6 games and it's not what you wanted to see? Okay, you tried it at least. But Steiny, he is athletically always going to be something you have, and you got to make the other team react to him and his athleticism, good or bad. But these 16 to 18 to 20 minutes for Kuminga, and I'm not saying he's a problem.
Who?
Kuminga, I'm talking about you got to free Kuminga, like to a point to where.
Can't believe this.
I'm telling you, Steiny.
We're talking about the same thing.
25
year after year after year with Kuminga too. Give him more time. Give him more time. Give him more time. I don't know. They weren't as good as they looked at 6-2, and they're not as bad as they look at 6-5. Right. I bet that's part of it too.
And they're not going to be, this is the one I don't like. Guru and Steiny, they're not playing Cleveland and Minnesota every night. All right. But the Lakers are coming. Boston's coming. You got one game with them. Milwaukee. This is about winning a chip or getting back to the Western Conference Finals.
You know what, Goo?
No, I'm being
Stop
real.
making me
That's
why
laugh.
I'm down. Well, they ain't winning a championship. Get it through your head.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. Take it to the bank. But see, that's the problem. If you actually think this is a championship team, you're going to spend this entire season ripping them. Ripping them. And I don't want to do that. I really don't. I'm looking at this team.
And we're not. We're trying to come up with answers.
I'm looking at this team, and I'm saying, what are the goals? What should the goals be? I mean, for me, they won 44 games last year. They want to say, the Warriors want to say, it was because they had all this chemistry stuff and Poole and okay. Well, then go out, win more than 44 games, and go further than you did last year. That's what the goal should be. Period. And if they do that, then at the end of this year, when they lose in the Western Conference Finals, because they went further, then you can see what you need to get back on top. That should be the goal. I mean, of course, the goal is to win a title, but you're going to.
I don't want to waste Curry, and I know they don't either. But 11 games in, and the hard as he's working, I mean, good God, how is this? I mean, is this what he's got to do every night to give him a chance to win?
I mean, maybe.
I thought Chris Paul, I thought this was going to be, and I'm not putting it on his doorstep, we could give the chef some rest and win some games. Doesn't look that way right now.
You know what bothers me?
What?
Nobody ever, when Larry Bird was with the Celtics, nobody ever said at the end of it, boy, they're letting
bias was coming.
They're letting Larry Bird down. We got to do everything for Larry Bird. Got to do everything for Michael Jordan. It wasn't like that. You did for yourself.
I want to tell you I ain't mad at you on that, but I'm trying to see your bigger point. Curry's leading by example, Don. He's averaging 30 a game. 50, 40, 90. I know there was some metrics you said.
But he's not entitled to championships.
Right. Well, he's not saying. These words aren't coming out his mouth. But when you're the Don in the place, Steiny, the people are going to ride for you. He's Muhammad Ali of the Warrior. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just put it this way. So when did the Warriors win their first title? 13?
14, 15.
14, 15.
Yep.
Okay, so if they won it this year, that would be 10 years, right?
Oh, my gosh.
And the core is exactly the same.
We did this 8 years ago. It was that amazing to what you're saying now.
You think this team's like 2 years ago?
No, I know it's not.
Don't insult yourself.
Yeah, I'm not, and I won't.
But then don't bring it up anymore. Then stop talking about this team winning the title 2 years ago. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. How is that relevant? Because they proved they could do it. That doesn't mean anything this year.
Well, and this is why Oh, my gosh. I want to pull my hair out because I'm not trying to do this.
Go, it's over.
You couldn't afford to say night-night to the guy that could get you 25 or 30 points coming off the bench.
What do you think?
Jordan Poole.
Oh, you're
that
not
was a
doing this.
luxury.
You're not doing
You
this.
know, you guys wanted to run him out of town, and Dre did what he did, but we haven't replaced that. You drunk all the Hennessy, and you didn't replace it. And now people are wet with their cotton mouth. You want a drink. Guess what? Ain't no drink.
If Jordan Poole were on this team this year, playing like he played last year,
I'm not
they would
doing
not.
I got you, Matt. You're right. I'm saying the good Jordan Poole before he got slapped upside the head.
What about the good Wiggins 2 years ago?
That too.
Yeah, well, they ain't going back.
Well, we don't know that. He could come back.
You're delusional, Goo. Really?
Well, so are the
Seriously.
Warriors then if they're running Wiggins out here. Steiny, Evan could be right. This is a spell.
Okay. Then why are you freaking out?
Because it's a long spell. Because last year counts to me too. You're a pro athlete. You were gone, Wiggins. You came back, and you were nothing. You weren't yourself against the Lakers.
Goo,